Hi everybody, this is Elizabeth from Petals and Parchment. I'm here to show you about my new challenge called the Everlasting Hope Card Keeper Challenge. And this is a preview of the printables that I'm offering. This is a little card keeper that I'm going to show you how to make. It comes with several cards. Some of them have scripture on them and some of them just famous quotes about hope. And then there's also some blank cards and this little envelope that I'm going to show you how to create today to make the card keeper. And then I've included some really pretty backing pages and some fussy cuts and some sentiments. And this is what everything looks like. So let's get started. Okay, so I do have my scoreboard here, and I started out with a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and I cut it down to 9 3/8 length by 3 inches wide. So I'll leave this right here, and then what I did after I got this long rectangle is I scored it, and it might be easier to see the score lines on the white side. And here are the score line measurements. So I scored at 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 5 1/2, and 5 3/4. So that's here, 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 and here. I'll leave those measurements right there. And feel free to pause until you get caught up. And then I just creased all of the lines, and here's what I end up with. It's sort of like a little matchbook notebook almost. Okay, so that's the first step. And then you're going to want to cut out all of the elements that you want to use. I have all of the cards pre-cut out, and you can ink around the edges if you'd like. This has a really pretty backing page that has some light script writing on it, and it just looks really beautiful on the back, and that'll leave plenty of space for taking notes at Bible study, or just writing down inspirational quotes that you love, things like that. And then when you cut out the envelopes, this is what it looks like. So then we're just going to score that as well on all of the dark brown lines here, here, and here, and then once in the middle as well. So just down the middle, right here on the edge, this edge, and then turn it this way and also score this. Then you just fold all of these creases here and fold in the middle, and you want to burnish those to get them nice and crisp. And then you're just going to glue the edges here. You can use whatever glue you like. I have Eileen's tacky glue in this that I've diluted with a little bit of water in this fine tip applicator. It's just my preference. I really like how quickly it sets up, and it's just a regular PVA glue. It's really strong, and when you thin it down a little bit, it goes in that applicator really well. So then I'm just going to close the envelope and reinforce those creases and make sure the glue is nice and dry. So then I've already done several ahead of time, and here they are together. And all you do to get this to happen, this little accordion action, I use a glue stick. You can use, again, whatever glue you like. If you have double-sided tape, that would work, or this glue stick ran out. Let me grab another one. If you have double-sided tape, that will work, and I like the dryer glue for this. Works well enough for the purpose. So then you just do a strip right down the middle like this, and you attach as many together as you would like. And in the end, you get this accordion motion here. So that's the next step. And then what we want to do is attach all of these envelopes to the card keeper. So the next step is going to be to glue the front pocket to the front, and I've lined up the bottom of the envelopes with the first score line, and then just go ahead and close it and adhere that nicely. Then we're going to flip this over and do the same on the back. You can use any glue that works for you, whatever you like. And then you just attach the back to the back of this. Now, something I was going to do that I forgot now that I'm showing you is I was going to stamp on the white side of this 12 by 12 paper, just so that it had some decoration in the back. You could also take some of the backing sheets and glue it to that before you score it. Just make sure that it's completely dry. If you adhere a second sheet, you could print the backing sheets double-sided and just make one out of that. It might be a little bit shorter for this portion here because the length is 9 3/8. Let's see, you might, well, if you do it this way, you should be able to get the 9 3/8 and by 3 inches. So yeah, just a regular standard cardstock would work. You don't have to use 12 by 12 paper, but I do have a lot in my stash I wanted to use up. So then here is the finished card keeper. So then you just take all of these cards that you've printed and you stick them in here like this. Pushing them down, and then I'm going to decorate this a little bit as well. You just have to find the bottoms here, but all of these cards will fit inside. It's really cute when you get them all in there. Just make sure you're not hitting the bottom where you glued it. Couple more here, nice and full. You could also make your own cards with the blanks that come in the kit that could say anything you want, and then you can give this to somebody as happy mail. You could keep it for yourself in your pocket when you need a pick-me-up. I accidentally hit stop recording instead of pause, so hopefully I can figure out a way to edit these two videos into one video before I share it. I am technologically challenged. So I just went to grab some of these little Velcro dots. I think those would work really nicely to keep this closed. So what I'm going to do is just find the spot that I want on this side, and I stuck both of them together, and then you just close the lid down and stick it to the other side, so then they match up like this. Right, so there is the completed card keeper. And then I printed all of the sentiments and the fussy cuts. I did 2 to a page, so they came out a little bit smaller than full page. So you can print them larger than this, you can print them really tiny, it's up to you. And then I also grabbed a few decorative items from my stash. So I've got some hand painted watercolor collage fodder, just some little tiny postcards, just like things that I thought, oh, this might be cute on the front. So I just grabbed a few buttons. I'm not sure which one will look best, so I just grabbed something that I thought I would just play around with it and see if I can get something that I like to decorate. One of my favorite things to use is textiles, so I'm going to grab one of those. I have some green ones that would match the 12 by 12 paper I used, and I also have some like cream and white colored ones. So I'm gonna try green first, just to see how I like that. So maybe something like that, or something here. I really just like to play around with my scraps until I find something that I like. That would be really pretty on there. I'm probably going to put some kind of a flower there, maybe. Again, just looking for something that catches my eye that I think looks really nice here. And sometimes just the tiniest amount will just really set something off. So let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, I really like that there. I think I'm gonna leave that pretty plain. Let me see, where did my square go? Here, let's see. Put this in the back. It's got some script writing on it and some numbers. Maybe that's peeking through a little bit. And then let's see some of the words, the sentiments. I need to keep constant reminders around myself to remember that I'm loved and that I'm cared for and I'm worthy and loved just as I am. I forget and I get overwhelmed a lot. So I made this as a little reminder. I really like resilience, but I'm really focusing on peace in this chapter of my life right now, so I think I might use peace. I'm gonna turn this over and see if I like it on this side better. Maybe resilience. I don't know, I'm having a hard time deciding. So I might just hold off and keep playing with that, but I wanted to show you this project and encourage you to pick it up on my Kofi store. It's gonna be $1.49. So I'm working on some budget series pieces to help people craft on a budget, because I know I'm one of those people, so always trying to offer a good deal. Lots of papers for a small price, because I just love giving gifts to people, and I'm also trying to value my time more. So I thought that would be a nice compromise. I don't know, I'm going to keep playing with this, and I'll probably post a picture of what I decide when I decide how I'll decorate it. But thank you so much if you're watching this. I hope you pick up the kit and join the challenge. It'll be running for the remainder of August, and I would absolutely love to see what you do with these. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.